Right.
Well, when you're talking about giving value, and that's really a big part of this, and as anyone who's read the Attraction Marketer's Manifesto knows, getting people to come to you and buy your product or join your opportunity is all about giving educational information first rather than hitting them over the head with a sales pitch right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a big concern for a lot of people, aside from not being familiar with the computer or the internet, is, can I really do this? I mean, what if I'm not some big expert or guru? I wouldn't even know where to begin when it comes to creating educational information for my prospect.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to really get down to that is, how much content are we talking about here, and how easy is it to get started?
Well, when you know what you're doing, one piece of content can generate leads for you every day for years.
Okay.
One of the strategies that I teach is called leveraging the news. I don't know why I never heard any kind of strategy like this taught. Maybe it's out there, but I haven't found it. It's so simple and so powerful. Once you go through the training, which within days you can get familiar with several of these areas. You know, you can get set up with several areas where you create content. Content could be a little article you write, could have typos in it. Don't worry about that kind of stuff. You could do a video. That's a piece of content. Just, it's something that you put up there at one of these places that we showed you. So to give you an example of how this might work, let's say, I like to use nutrition as an example because that was my background, so it's just what comes to mind. But this applies to every industry and every product. Let's say you're in the nutritional industry and Oprah has some big show with a panel of experts on nutrition, and there's a new book that's released with a title that a lot of people are familiar with because it's all over the news and it's all over the newsstands and everything. Leveraging the news would mean you would take a moment to read or watch Oprah or get the magazine and read a little blurb about it. Take a few minutes, 15 minutes to find out what's going on. And then you would go to one of these content locations that I show people how to use, and you would write your little opinion about it. You might not like it. You might think, there's some good things about what this book's saying, but there's some things that aren't so good, for your health. Or you put your spin on it, or maybe you really like it. Then you could have a link, it's got your picture on it and your name, and you could have a link that goes to your blog where you have information about your nutritional stuff you've been talking about that relates to your business, or maybe about, I used the example earlier, but you have maybe kids that have gotten help from your nutritional company. You might have a story about that with a link in that article to a lead capture page that says, hey, find out exactly what I did to help my kids. I'm here to help you. I really want to help you if you're in this situation and have kids that are in and out of the doctor. So they fill out your little form to connect up with you, or maybe they'll just call you at your blog. There'll be a phone number. Call me. I'm here to help you. This is what people are doing. And you get a phone call, or they join your list and get your email or mini emails that you then, phone number, eventually they call you. You start to get a growing number of people attracted to your content, and then getting on your list and knowing who you are, calling you, emailing you, or if you were to call them first, there would be a reason, and they would appreciate the call and know who you are because you're in a similar situation and you have a solution for them. Well, that's content. That's what I mean by content. And leveraging the news is one of the strategies that can give you a lot of leads, because if Oprah has a show on a topic, a lot of people know about it. A lot of people are online kind of, looking, searching for that book or the author of that book or that topic. And if you've written a little piece of content on it, you're going to attract a lot of people to it. And if you do that pretty quickly, because it's news, then you can get locked into the search engines. This is the kinds of stuff that I teach. And so that one little piece of content, you asked, how much content will it take? The reason why I gave that example, just so people can understand what we're talking about when I say one little piece of content, like when you're leveraging the news, can generate leads for you every day, or for sure every week, for a year or years.
It's happened for you.
It's happened for me. It's happened for tons of my students. So it doesn't need to be a lot of content once you know what you're doing and you're ready. If you don't take the time to go through some of the training, and you don't know where to go, and you see a show on TV that's about nutrition, you can't respond. You can't do anything. You're stuck in the water. Someone else is going to do this. New news, new events related to your industry in real estate, financial services,
it's anything
legal,
across the board.
Yeah, it's happening all the time. New books are coming out, new reports are coming out, new industry authors are coming out, new debates, new controversies, new laws.
It's endless.
Yeah, and you asked how long will it take? Well, you can get some people have set up content the first day.
Correct.
Some people first couple days. Anybody who goes through the training can have some content set up within the first week. If and you're depending on where you're at. And how much time you have. It's going to depend on how long it takes, but a couple of months, and the most technically challenged person could easily have several pieces of content set up and know how to apply a lot of these strategies, like leveraging the news that I'm talking about to start generating leads.
And
so we're not talking about a lot of work here. We're compared to the old model.
Right.
We're talking about you need to focus. Yeah, you need to put your energy out there. You need to work, but relative to the old model, we're talking about very fast results.
Very fast.